Oh, when the saints go marching in. Oh, when the saints go marching in.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is in uptown Charlotte, North Carolina at Bank of America Stadium. Today we hit double digits, Week 10, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the New Orleans Saints taking on the Carolina Panthers. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this one definitely not a... landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone, so this ball will come out to the 30 now. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. You look at this Carolina defense. They played extremely well last week in that win over the Packers.
This defense has a lot to be proud of coming off of the game they played last week. When you only give up 14 points in a game, not only do you give your team a chance to win, you fully expect to win because you figure your offense is going to score more than that.
Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
But they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Here's Shuck. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Looking to put a drive together.
Ready, ready. 33, yellow.
The play fake, now Young. Got a man. That's Ligon. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short.
Set, ready. 10 black. Set.
Looking to throw, Young. He's got his tight end. It's Tommy Tremble. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. The Panthers at 4-5, a game under 500. They were winners the last time out, so they'll be looking here to make it 2 in a row.
And when you and I watched tape preparing for this, what we saw was a team that competed hard, and they played well in all 3 phases of the game. And I think if they can carry that over to this week, they've got a really good chance to emerge victorious yet again.
Black, 95.
Young quickly to the flat. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. And you look at the Saints defense, they're in the spot statistically that you don't want to be in against the pass. Number 32 in the league, dead last.
That was a nice play right there, but overall this season, it's been an absolute disaster. A total lack of communication on the back end. They need a leader who can put this team, this unit, on his shoulder pads and carry them to the right spots.
They run here with Rico Dowdle. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Young now. And that flag puts them on their heels a little bit more defensively as the officials walk it upfield.
Yeah, and they can blame the officials all they want, but bottom line, it's their own fault because, to me, that was an avoidable call. Stay focused and avoid major mistakes like that.
Yellow, 22. Set.
A quick throw by Young, caught out wide. And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, Carolina. And Xavier Legette, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Panthers get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Both sides of the football in sync early. You force the 3 and out, and then you take it down, score points.
You know what that tells me? They sold their game plan really well. Head coach said, listen, we're just going to stop them on 3 and out. We're going to take the ball downfield and score. But he also told them how it was going to happen. They're going to run this. We're going to stop it. And we're going to take the ball. They won't be able to keep up with us. And they got it done.
Following the touchdown, this is Fitzgerald now to send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They currently sit 1 game over 500 thanks to their victory a week ago. Yeah, Charles, they've been really an up-and-down team all year. Do you think that they have enough to get into the playoffs?
Well, you did mention they've been up and down all year, so to me, it depends on what week you catch them. When they're at their best, I think they're definitely playoff-worthy. But to me, they haven't been able to bring the intensity week in and week out, and that could be their Achilles heel.
The slot man in motion right. Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Throwing, Shuck. And that is incomplete. Rocky start throwing the football. He's missed now on his first 4 attempts.
I'm eager to see what his demeanor is going to be from this point forward, because the best ones, they missed the first 15 attempts, and they think they're going to hit the next 15. Let's see if he has that type of an attitude.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Panthers will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Well, just 2 series in here, Charles, but everything's gone to script so far. They got a touchdown on their first drive. Their defense holds, and now they've got a chance to take a 2-score lead.
And to co-sign with you, exactly the start they scripted up. And really, that kind of start, that can set the tone for the game for them.
Devon Godchaux up to make the tackle.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority, because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Come on, set. 52 blue. Ready?
They run again with Dowdle. And a productive gain out to the 14 after starting at the 7. It's a gain of 7. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice, steady gain.
3rd and 3.
Here we go. Yellow, 43.
To throw, Young. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And he'll bring it back to the 9-yard line. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice, because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
Off the fake, now Shuck's going to throw. Got a man, it's Cooks. Touchdown, New Orleans. A 9-yard touchdown there. And the Saints are an extra point away from drawing level. Prater for the extra point. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. He's past the 30. He will score. Touchdown, Carolina. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him. Kick it to him. The way he runs, as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest. You get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. The Saints with the football here to begin quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 2nd and 14 upcoming. Off the option, he'll try and run with it. And holding it, maybe the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, he'll look downfield for Kamara. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
And this one goes sailing out of bounds. Where did it cross? Well, they're going to say on this side of midfield.
Here we go, set. Yellow, 22. Ready?
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Short throw hauled in by Trimble. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
Let's go. Clock 40. Cut.
They'll run on 1st down with Hubbard. And they'll get this down to the 10. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
Black, 95.
A running play, it's Dowdle. Now he's able to break through 1 tackle, but it slowed him down enough that he could only manage getting back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Down. 60 red. 60 red. 10.
On the run, it's Dowdle. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Young. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow They can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the first down.
And his kick is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about one-score lead, two-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
Second and 10. The tight end in motion right. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
Well, how about the big guy there showing some agility? He just flowed from his D-tackle position in order to make that play.
And this offense on 3rd down today, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10. And the slot man goes in motion left. Now shut. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Looking to put a drive together.
Ready. 33. Yellow. Set.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be 2nd down. Calling a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
2nd and 6 at the 27-yard line.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Now a 2nd and 6.
Blue, 32.
Young working out of the gun. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
Yellow, 22.
Throwing, Young. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. On 4th down, Carolina going to send out Sam Martin to punt. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Call that one an even 60 yards, 6-0. And the Saints will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Not liking the look. They'll change the play. They'll throw. Here's Shuck. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it, and he'll just get rid of it.
Well, there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. He'll get 15 and a Saints 1st down.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st.
But they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another 1st down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
Now he'll tuck this and run. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47th. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the 1st half. Now a 2nd and 2. They'll go play action with Shuck. Now he's going to step up and run. And he wisely will throw that one away.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you definitely got to find out how he handles adversity because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. To throw is Shuck. Able to find the open man. That's complete. 1st and 10 here. And, you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. Second and 10. On play action, Shuck. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks it. And the Panthers will take over here at their own 14-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And with a 17-7 lead, maybe they're just looking to get into the locker room. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he'll work this back to right around the line of scrimmage and surrender there. No gain on the play there, second down. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. A 10-point game, 17-7 to score as we get back to it on EA Sports. And they can't bring him down. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Out of the gun, here's the give to Hubbard. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Black 40. Ready.
From the shotgun, it's Young. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 down at the 33.
Ready. Red 38.
They run here with Dalvin. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. That one 28 yards on the ground.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Now Young. Now he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Bryce Young, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Panthers take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
If you're going to play quarterback in the NFL, you've got to have great vision, and you've got to remain calm when things break down in the pocket. Both of those traits are on display there. He surveys the situation, sees the middle of the field open, so he's just going to step up and take it himself. Very well done there.
Fitzgerald now for the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. Following the touchdown, this is Fitzgerald now to send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Shuck now to throw. Finding Taysom Hill complete. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Unable to, a nice stiff arm. It opens room to run. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. We'll get a pause here. There appears to be a Panther who is shaken up on that last play. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. To throw now, Shuck. They'll get this out to Kamara. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. Chewing up big yardage, another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here. These last few plays, they have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know they'd love to take some heat off of that young quarterback, but so far, not much in the running game, and this won't help things either. A loss on that play.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Now they empty the backfield and motion the man left. That one on the guard, Cesar Ruiz. Things made a little more difficult after the false start as they try again on 2nd and goal. From the shotgun, it's Shuck. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Shuck on 3rd and goal. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Juwan Johnson from 3 yards out. And the Saints are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point good by Prater. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And he returns this to the 22. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
They'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Black, 95.
Here's Young. It'll be a 16-yard loss on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Facing some long odds here if they hope to convert, as they're well behind the original line of scrimmage. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. And he gets a good chunk of yards there, 8 all told, but they're still looking at a 4th down. Here's the punter, Martin, out to kick it away. Taking it about the 16. A nice run back there off the good punt. It's a 16-yard return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task. Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, playing the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one. He lets it go deep for Olave. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this 3rd quarter of play. And we're back now in Charlotte. It's the Saints who hold the football, but they're trailing as we begin the 4th quarter of play. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Here's Shuck. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panthers sack. Nick Scorton. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. The Saints on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and a mile. They'll send the tight end in motion left. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He'll try and do this himself. That scramble good for 13 yards, but not good enough for a 1st down. It's 4th.
I thought he did a pretty good job there to get back what he could, but let's face it, that sack on 2nd down, talk about throwing a wrench into works. He certainly did.
Yeah, he did everything he could there, trying to pick up some positive yardage, and he did, but not enough. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. He's got his target. That's complete. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the 1st. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. So after the big play on 4th, here's 1st and 10. Now back to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's second down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
2nd and 6. They'll look to throw. And he's got him. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So that flag obviously takes away the good yardage that they had on the play.
And talk about a momentum shift, because we can visibly see this celebration shifting from one side of the field to the other as soon as everyone saw the flag.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. On play action, Shuck. Over the middle, he finds Vele. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Now a timeout here, at least for the moment. Looks like one of the Saints is injured, shaken up on that last play. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Throwing, Shuck. And it's caught. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Off the play fake, Shuck. And he's got him. Touchdown, Saints. Taysom Hill from a yard out. And the Saints have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Prater for the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Shifts by him. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. This game is really flipped on its head. 2 unanswered touchdowns by the other side, and now they take over here with just a very slim one-score lead.
And we've seen this how many times now? Teams get a big lead, they go into coast mode, and all of a sudden they're scrambling and battling for a win down the stretch. They've got to put something together right here, otherwise they're in danger of doing the old snatching defeat from the jaws of victory.
2nd down and 6 now.
Set, hut. 10 black. Ready.
They'll run out of the gun. It's Hubbard. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
And this is the worry, because sometimes you can get a little too predictable in spots like this. You know you're going to run the ball, but they know you're going to run the ball as well. And now you look up and you're staring at an important 3rd down.
32.
Looking to throw, Young. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big 3rd down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. This is 1st and 10. Off the fake, now Shuck's going to throw. Finding space at the 40. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line.
I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for them there, didn't they?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them. They got to go thank the guys on D.
This offense in good shape. 2 timeouts and the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. They'll give to Kamara here on the option. And that winds up a decent run, and it also takes us to the 2-minute warning. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. Now Shuck. Open man is Tipton.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
And the Saints, 1st down. A gain of 7. 1st down, Saints.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Back to throw. That's caught by Johnson.
That completion helps out in a nice way. Now they can take a little bit more time, but guess what? They've got to make sure on their throws that they see it open, not just anticipate it.
Here comes 2nd down. He'll look to throw. A short pass here to Hill. And he is going to get out of bounds with the 1st down. So that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the 1st and save a timeout. That's what they need right now. Get the 1st down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
He's back to throw. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. Inside of a minute to go now, 2 timeouts left, still in pretty good shape.
I think they're in excellent shape here if they use the timeouts judiciously and use the sideline as an additional timeout.
2nd and 6 coming up. They'll look to throw. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions, and that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
On 3rd down, here's Kamara. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the 1st. They still got 2 timeouts. Got to start using them, don't they?
You absolutely have to. You save them for this situation, but you have to use them.
And they will get the timeout. So 3 seconds remaining, and they can trot out the field goal unit and try to send this one to overtime. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And his kick here is good. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So a money kick there in the final seconds, and now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and we're going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period.
So overtime on the horizon, barring a wild finish here as the kick's away. And this will wind up way short of the landing zone, so that's going to move the ball all the way up to the 40-yard line.
Down. Yellow. 43. Strike. Strike.
Here's Young. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. And here in overtime, a quick reminder, the game no longer ends following an offensive touchdown on the opening drive. Both sides will have the chance to possess the ball unless there's a defensive touchdown. In that case, the game will end right there. So the Panthers going to get the football first here in overtime as the kick is away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And they get the ball first here in this overtime period. Remember, even if they score a touchdown, it's not over. There's always a chance to go and score a touchdown the other way, but they can certainly get a leg up with a solid drive here. Over the middle, complete into the hands of Trimble. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards. So they come out throwing in the extra session and get a nice hookup right away.
Tells you a lot about what a coach feels about his team, doesn't it? That type of a play in overtime. So many people in this situation play not to lose instead of playing to win. That throw there tells you exactly what they're trying to get done.
Come on, set. Move, 32.
Young. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. So a decent gain there on the play, but that all gets wiped out with a penalty.
Well, that's a setback, but all the good play callers, they just move on. They find something else in the playbook that can attack this defense, and they go right back on the offensive on this play.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Here we go. Black 40. Set.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he pushes through a would-be tackler to get about 3 yards, 2nd down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. 3rd and 7 now. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
Let's go now. 52 blue.
Young will set to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 33. Well, good start for him under center here in overtime. Now 3 of 3.
And this is where you have to know who you have playing quarterback. You've got a confident thrower right now, someone who's taking care of the ball, but not being timid as well, and is moving the team downfield. That opens up your playbook and allows you to dial up some big shots if you want them.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Here we go, set. Black, 95.
Young. Now he's going to step up and run.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on 1st down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
We'll play only the one overtime here. If time runs out, it'll be a tie as they come up on 2nd down. Young to throw. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Not sure what happened there, but he just didn't get the right read on the coverage that time. Pass wasn't where it needed to be, and that'll send them back to the drawing board.
Coming up on a 3rd and 9. Opening drive of overtime as they look to convert.
60 red. 60 red. Ready.
Now Young. Will try and do this himself. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end.
There he goes, and for good reason. Running with it has paid dividends earlier in this game and earlier on this drive. And until they prove they can stop him, I don't think he's going to be shy about continuing to run for 1st downs instead of airing it out.
45, wide. Hut, hut.
Off the play fake, Young. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback. I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
Blue striker. Hut, hut.
Going left. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little game.
You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
3rd and 2.
Fight, 97. Ready. Blue, 32. Set, hut.
Young now. That's complete out right to the tight end, Tremble. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll be down to just one remaining as we step aside here in overtime. A big call here in overtime. They're going for it on 4th down.
Down. Black 40. Set.
Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. The fullback dive held up short. And this 11-play drive is going to lead to nothing on the scoreboard. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Well, their defense, they did the important thing. They got the stop. They didn't allow a point, but now they're backed up here pretty far, Charles. Going to need a significant drive to try to get into position for the game-winning field goal.
Yeah, partner, don't you think that defense is on the sidelines right now saying, don't come to us with your problems about where you're starting? We did the important part. We kept them off the board, kept us in the ball game. Find a way to maneuver it downfield, at least get into field goal range, and get us a win.
Shuck now to throw. He's got his target. It's Olave. And he's going to be knocked down hard at the end of that one. Now a timeout called for by the offense. That's their second and last timeout here in the overtime session. We'll be back. They'll throw. Here's Shuck. It's complete. Kamara.
Well, a little dinking and dunking that they're doing. At some point, is it appropriate to maybe take a shot?
It is if you feel good about it. But otherwise, you do what a coach told me a long time ago. Take what they give you, but make them tackle. In other words, get it to one of your guys in space. If you make someone miss, that can turn into the big play you're looking for.
And now they come up and spike it to stop the clock. Next score wins, but remember, this will be a tie if the period ends with no scoring as they work on second down. To the air again is Shuck. Into the hands of Cooks. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So he hooked up with a veteran there, and in overtime, that's not a bad idea. Go with the age and the experience.
Yeah, because sometimes the young guys, they give you the fresh legs and give you all that bounce. But in this type of a situation, sometimes those legs slow down a little bit as the enormity of the moment overwhelms them. The veteran guys, they tend to come through.
To throw now, Shuck. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. And with just 2 seconds remaining, the timeout is called here in OT. And this one is no good. He missed it. And we will play on here in overtime. Drama, drama, drama. We saw all of it in this one. Overtime all the way to the end of OT. The long field goal shot to win it, but they couldn't convert.
And because it's the regular season, we don't play more bonus football. We don't go to another period. It ended right there. You get one in overtime to get it done. Look, let's face it. That field goal attempt was a long shot to begin with. No pun intended, or maybe pun intended. But it doesn't go through, and it ends in a tie.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Till next time, we say so long from Charlotte.